Hey there, my name is Chris Acton with Acton Creative, and this is a handwoven experience. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about overshot variations using treadling. Now, let me set the scene for you. You see, I decided I wanted to play with an overshot pattern out of the Marguerite Porter Davison book, and it's called A German Pattern. Ooh, so pretty. And Marguerite provides 4 different options for different kinds of fabric that you can create using this set threading, and she provides the tie-ups as well. So she gives you some choices here. But as I was weaving this beautiful fabric, I thought, you know what I really want to do? I really want to just go off-roading. I want to use the basics that Marguerite gave me, and I want to make my own thing. Now, you might be thinking, Chris, there's so many great patterns and kits and information already out there. Why on earth would you want to create something new? There's plenty. Well, friends, it's a heck of a lot of fun. And there's something magical that happens when you decide that you're going to listen to that little inner creative voice that tells you when to zig and zag, when to add this or take this out. It gives you the opportunity to put your own personal flair and create something that's just for you. And how great is that? We are creative people. It's important to stretch those creative muscles. So that's why I highly recommend that you do a little off-roading yourself. Now, you do not have to do this only with overshot. You could do it with any pattern. If you're doing a twill, make your own variation. If you're doing summer and winter, great, do your own thing. I think there's a lot to be said for trying your own thing. Now, let me give you kind of the basics for overshot so you'll understand when I explain my journey how I got from here to there. So in overshot, you have a set number of components or elements or blocks or whatever you want to call them. Each pattern is going to have, a certain number of options, like visually how it's going to look, right? But you also have this great ability to throw the shuttle over and over in the same shaft. Here's what I mean. I can lift up shafts 1 and 2 and throw the shuttle back and forth multiple times because in between each time I lift these shafts, I have a tabby in between each one. So the yarn doesn't just keep pulling right out, right? If you're new to overshot, I've got a great episode I can refer you to just so you get the basics down. But I wanted to explain those 2 things as you hear about my little trip from beginning to, we'll call it Chris's German pattern or something. If you have a cleverer name, put it in the comments for me. So let me, let me explain where I went on this little trip of mine. So first of all, I have my loom threaded the way Marguerite recommended, right? It's lovely, it's beautiful. I thought, let's start there. Let's explore what are the basic components of this pattern. So I started with just putting my foot on each of the treadles, starting from left to right. Left, so it's the treadle on the far left, the next one, the next one, the next one, right? I just did like a little kind of inventory of what am I working with. And I did a few repeats of that. You see the picture right there. So for me then, I could get a visual of what are the components I'm working with. What are my options? So from there, I thought, this is a really cool look, but I really love some diamonds. Let's see if I can make a diamond. So I started off the same, but then I went back down. So instead of going, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, if you're looking at the treadles, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1 to see if I could get those points of like a diamond, because I love me a good diamond, right? So once I found that I could make some cool diamonds, I thought, ooh, I'm on to something now. Let me see if I can kind of stretch those out, make them a little bigger. Now, as I mentioned, with overshot, you can throw the shuttle through the same shaft multiple times. So it's exactly what I did. I thought, I am just gonna do 2 of each in my diamond pattern. So as you see, starts to elongate those diamonds a little bit, right? But I really love a bold pattern. So I didn't stop there. I thought where 2 is good, 3 of each is better. So I really really got this great bold diamond pattern using 3 in each of my options as I'm treadling them, right? But as I looked at this choice, I thought, you know, I don't have to have an equal number of picks, right? Picks is 1 throw of the shuttle, right? And so far I have 3 of each. So when I lift shafts 1 and 2, I do it 3 times, right? So I made a little tweak. I thought, what if in this one spot, kind of in between the repeats, I just had 1 instead of 3? And here's what I got. Now, to me, I didn't love this option as much. It felt like it had like a little corset on or something. I thought, no, it's just not quite speaking to me, because this whole process is about your opinion. What kind of design ideas do you have? What do you like and not like? No one else's opinions matter when you're making your own variation. So as I looked at this choice, I thought, what if I did some kind of gradual kind of option, so that when I have my foot on the treadle for the far left, I throw 1 pick, but the next one is 2 picks, and the next is 3 picks. What if I grow it and then shrink it as part of the overall design? Ooh, this is what I landed on. Okay, how great is that? Here is how I created this final version that I love so much. I just think it's so interesting, and it's really my style. So through this fun little trip of exploring what I had to work with and then playing and making little tweaks as I went, I came up with something new and unique for me. And how fun is that? The process is absolutely worth trying, and I hope that just by kind of seeing my journey, you get some ideas yourself, because there is always value in stretching those creative muscles and trying to make, you know, your own variations on these age-old patterns. They're wonderful, but you can make your own unique things as well. Now, this is just the first episode in me playing with some overshot variations, so stay tuned. I have some other ways I'm gonna stretch my creative muscles, and we'll see what we can come up with together, because overshot has a lot to explore. Weaving in general has a lot to explore, friends. So tell me this: do you like to do your own thing? Do you go off-roading often? Do you make up your own stuff because you're like, this is great, what else can I do? Let me know where you stand on that. Or are you someone who just likes to straight and narrow, follow the rules all the time? I'm gonna push your friend. I'm gonna encourage you. Try your own thing, at least just a little bit. You can do it. All right, stay tuned for more variations and fun, shall we? Have a great week. Happy weaving.